Today we're going to be giving you 4 tips on how to get through a negative evaluation. So if you went through that pain or if you're going through that right now, you're in the right place. If you're new to this channel, welcome to our village. If you're a returning villager, welcome as well. So let's get into it. Welcome to Garden of the Mind, where we reduce stress, improve our health and fitness, and improve our financial IQ every episode. We must believe more than we see. If you have ever had a negative evaluation, you know how painful it can be. It is like a gut punch. It is like breaking up with a significant other. It is one of the most painful rejections you ever want to feel. Sometimes you look at the evaluation and you say, I don't recognize myself in this. I see the name, you got the name right, but this isn't me here. You got the wrong person. And you hope and you wish that they certainly did have the wrong person. Tip number 1, don't react negatively. Now, I know that is easier said than done, but please, you have to try to contain yourself. I know it's super difficult because you're going through some of the most sincere form of rejection at that time, and it's very painful. But take 5 deep breaths without your supervisor seeing you do so. Please try to keep yourself composed and ask specific questions in reference to what it is that they're saying. So if they're saying, well, you weren't smiling enough, or you don't engage the customer more, ask them, when did you see this happening? What was I doing? What should I have done? Try not to also get defensive about it. Tip number 2, keep things in perspective. I know it's a very tough time, it's a very emotional time, but are you healthy? How's your family doing? No matter how important this job is, it's just a job. You were okay before you got this job, and you know what? You're going to be okay after this job. Tip number 3, take this as a second chance. Give yourself an opportunity not to be so angry that you can't hear the words for yourself. Figure out all of the criticism that are given and find a way to make those things constructive. Remember, you learn nothing by blaming someone else. If it's someone else's fault, then you don't have to do anything because it's not you, it's them. But still extract the lesson. What tips can you legitimately learn and take with you? So even if you stay at that particular job, how can you improve yourself? How can you get better? That should be your goal, is to figure out exactly how you can get better and use some of the criticisms in order for you to do that, so that you get better and better and better. And when you go to your next position, you'll be able to knock that one out the park. You can also think about starting your own business. You could consider this setback a setup for a comeback. Tip number 4, know who you are. Here in American society, we judge ourselves by what it is that we do, and then we think that this is who we are. However, that's not who we are. That is simply what it is that we do. We are a family member, we are an aunt, we're an uncle, we're a brother, we're a husband. We're so many different things to so many different people. Think about those things. Think about how much joy you're bringing into the world. Don't look at this evaluation as a criticism of you. It's just a criticism of your work performance at a particular point in time. And anything that needs to be improved, you certainly can improve. Psalms 139:14 says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the eyes of God. What your occupation is, that's just your job. You got to remember who and whose you are. Now, I have an additional tip. With this evaluation, get behind it. Find out exactly for you what is emotionally behind it. What fear do you have? Usually behind anger is fear. So what is it that you're afraid of? Are you afraid that you're going to lose this job and you're not going to be able to get another job after this? Do you feel like you're going to be publicly disgraced? Do you feel like this is such a personal attack and you've worked so hard and people don't seem to appreciate that? Find out exactly what it is for you and work on that particular situation. Make sure that this is the best thing that happened to you. And what I mean by that is this is not the end of your story. Look at this as the worst part of your story, and it only gets better from here. For most successful people, there was one critical moment that they realized that pushed them into their greatness and stopped them from traveling on the path to complacency. Make sure that you rise to the level of greatness that is already in you. Remember, this job does not define you. You define yourself. You determine whether this is going to be the best thing or the worst thing that happens to you. Remember, words have power. Let's make sure that we use those words to our power and we say positive things about our future and what it is that we're going to move on and do after this point. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you want to know exactly when I post, which is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, please click on that notification bell so you can be the first one to know and hear exactly what it is that we said. And remember, thoughts are actions, words have power, and actions have consequence. We will see you for Wealthy Wednesdays, where we will be talking about the importance of investing. I'll see you then.